Hello, good morning. Hope you are good today. I'm going to hold on for a second, see if anyone jumps on before we get started. And goes that ding. I'm contemplating Instagram here. Hmm. Hope everyone's doing good. It's been a good week. Things are crazy here in LA with COVID and all. Okay, this thing is, there we go. All right, I'm going to go live here on Instagram too. If no one jumps on, then I'll sign off of there. Hello, everyone on Instagram. I'm live here with you and on YouTube. Hope everyone's doing well today. So, I have been for the past couple of weeks. Hey, my darling. Hey, Antoinette. How you doing, girl? I hope you are well. It's been a minute since I've seen you. I'm getting ready to figure out what my topic is going to be today, but before I do that, of course, I have to have my coffee. You like my mug? Oh, it's really hot today. Didn't mean to make her that hot. All right. Well, as I was saying, it's a little hot. I'll try that in a few more minutes. I've been using my cards to kind of guide me of what my topic will be. And these are my little contemplation cards. So let's see what they have to say. And then that will help guide my talk for today. Hey, Dea, how are you? Thanks for popping in. My eyes are going to be going back and forth here because I'm on YouTube as well as Instagram here. So I haven't done Instagram Live in a while. So I thought I'd come on today. So I've got connections. Let's see what else comes up. Yeah. I think I got this word last week. Okay. So we have connections, expectations, courage, forgiveness, and discovery. All right. Well, I think starting with connections can be just connections in general, working with whether it's connections with family, connections with friends, as I have my friends here right now, connections with a romantic connection, whatever the connection may be. It's important for us when we make these connections to also connect with ourselves. I think a big one that's coming up right now is just connection with yourself as well. A lot of times we give ourselves a lot of ourselves to others, and we are not really working on ourselves. So really being connected to you. Connection could be on a spiritual level as well, connection with God, your beliefs. There's so many different types of connections. And during those connections, what's beautiful about connections, there's a lot of discovery that's involved. Discovering new things about yourself, discovering new things about your faith, discovering new things about the relationships that you're in. Um, so allow yourself to have that courage, to step into that, really feel into your connections, and having that tenderness, that kindness when you are exploring these things. And I think another thing that's really important is a lot of times when we are giving our all, people, when you come forth, when you stand out in your light and you're shining, a lot of times people will come in and they'll drain you. And some of it's intentional, some of it isn't. But it's key that you set up boundaries for yourself. Don't allow people to suck all your energy. Um, that's where it comes in, that connection with yourself, knowing your limits, what you can and can't do. Don't allow people to suck you dry. So um, that's really important. And also minding your expectations. So this came up again. That actually, this one, expectations, courage, and forgiveness, all three of these came up within the past couple of weeks. So expectations, a lot of times we can set our expectations really high, and it's good to have expectations, but you also need to monitor your expectations. We think we know what's best for us a lot of times. Not saying that we don't, but sometimes we actually don't. And so the universe has something else in store. So when you're setting an expectation, just have some, let it flow, just have some space around it, because there may be something that's better that's there for you. So allow that to come in. We just don't know what direction our journey is going to take us at times, and you want to allow and give space for maybe an alternate route that you're supposed to take. You're thinking you're supposed to go straight, but the universe is saying, "Oh, this journey going this way." Down this path is actually a lot more interesting, a lot more fun. There's excitement. There's things that are there for you. So have the courage to be able to turn and go that direction. And forgiveness is something that I've been talking about probably for the past few weeks. It's so important, um, not only to forgive yourself, but to forgive others. And I've mentioned many times that it's not always easy to forgive, but if we try to understand others and have a little bit of empathy, even when they've done the worst of worse, um, you just take baby steps in that direction, because ultimately it's for you, it's not for that other person. So consider that, about that. I won't go too deep into forgiveness, because I do have a video that I did maybe a few weeks ago where I'm talking about forgiveness, and um, I go a lot further into detail about that. So check out that video. Oh man, that's really hot. Okay, let me see what comes up. All of this is based around love, so I want to see what card comes up. Let's see if it can give us a little bit more of a little more guidance. Oh, there we go. Oh, I love this. Spiritual dance of the goddess. And she says, from a point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art. a speck of heavenly presence manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space and into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you are weaving your consciousness, your divinity into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life, threading the light through the darkness without even realizing that you are doing it. You are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life with light. Your body and your life become luminous, radiant, and you assist others even just through your presence. It sounds wonderful and it is, yet it is not always an easy path. As the light travels through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to present it, trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from dark to light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center and expanding outward internally, as though you are being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there were nothing happening there, there would be no obstacle. Bless them as signs as that you are proceeding and empower them no more. Uh, I'm sorry, bless them as signs that you are proceeding and empower them no more. Okay, you shall be. All else is just divine timing. And then the little poem here is the inner movement in expressive flow, an outward breath of dance and light, becoming one, becoming free. That is really beautiful. And again, that really ties in with these cards that we're talking about here. That inner light within yourself, the flow of dance of light and dark, and all the challenges and obstacles that we come across. It's important to have that courage to do that dance with yourself, and in the process, managing your expectations. It's fine to have expectations, but as I mentioned before, managing those expectations as you're dancing in that flow, you're making beautiful connections with people, and in the process, you may have to forgive at times and forgive yourself as we go through things. Life can be really difficult. 2020 has been a very challenging and difficult year for all of us. So, I'm sure there are times that you've gotten frustrated or you're feeling like, what the heck is going on? Hey, T Barb, how are you? I'm so glad I didn't even see you pop in over there. Happy that you're here. I'm just talking over these cards. I just read this beautiful card on the spiritual dance of the goddess and tying in the cards with this. So, T Barb, you've been on when I've spoken of forgiveness, which this card keeps coming up. So it's meant to be heard. But forgiving yourself too of any self harm that you might have done, whether with your words or treating the foods or things that aren't good for us. I'm guilty of it. I've eaten things and uh, maybe drank a little bit too much here and there. Just treat yourself with love and kindness. I'm really being mindful of that now and taking better care of myself. But as we're doing this flow of life and this dance, we're just discovering so much, discovering about life, discovering about ourselves. So it's really a beautiful and sweet dance. So treat yourself again. I've said it before, saying it again. Treat yourself with a lot of love and kindness in this process. We're coming at the end of the year. It's a good time to set your intentions for what it is that you. I like to reflect. There's so many different, what do you call them? kind of reflection templates that you can use to go back on your life and look at what did I accomplish this year? What did I what didn't I accomplish? What is it that I want to do? Reflect on your life, look back on different things. What I like to do with these different things, I put it away so that the end of the year. So, for instance, I did a whole thing of 2019 of different things I wanted to accomplish. And so at the end of this year, I will pull that out and take a look at it and say, okay, did I reach some of the things that I wanted to do? Did I manifest some of the things that I wanted to manifest? And just have that really good self reflection before we step into 2021. And I do think 2021 is still going to be a little bit on the rough side because of the fact we're not going to be, this pandemic is not going to be over. We still have a ways to go with it. So, let's be patient with ourselves, set the intentions of what it is that you would like to take into the new year because it's going to be a whole new dance. All right. So, I just so thank you both. Thank you, Dea and Antoinette, whoever's left on. Thank you for joining in. And T Barb, just to start, it will be rough. It will be rough. Yes, it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride still. We're having the changing of the guards, if you will, with a new president. So that's going to be, we'll see how that goes. And excited for it, but that's going to be a little bumpy, I'm sure, as well. Good things are ahead. It's going to take us a little time to make that transition and go into that. All right. Blessings to you all. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next Friday. All right. Take care.